Fine, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It is time to talk about the Knicks, even though you didn't even watch most of the game. We're still going to talk
Well, I
about
had a
it.
test
Because you're
tomorrow.
excited. It's
I had a
okay.
test.
You're excited. I'm excited. The Knicks look great.
Yeah.
All right? So, I'm back. You know, me and this YouTube channel, we love talking about the Knicks. It's our favorite thing.
All right. First of all, I want to start with a hot take. I think we should cut Obi, cut Kevin Knox, and give a young fellow a chance named Jello Ball. He proved himself in the summer league. He's a good defender. He's shooting. The Knicks need more shooting.
Why do we have to cut two players?
Because Kevin Knox, according to Advanced Analytics, is worth negative $90 million over the next 5 years. So, he's a waste of space. He's just hurting the Knicks. And Obadiah, I'm not a fan of his game. He can't really create for himself. Kind of just stands at the three-point line. He's not a very effective three-point shooter. So, what value are we getting out of him?
All right. Anyway, so let's talk about the actual game. The Knicks Pacers. The Knicks look great. Tibbs loves to play, his main guys, and that's what he did today. Mostly, the starting five and the five bench unit with Toppin, Quickly, Burks, Rose, and usually it would be Noel, but today it was Jericho Sims. They got like 20 minutes each, but everyone honestly looked great. Even though the Knicks were at times playing players that shouldn't be on an NBA court, they were hitting their shots, and at the end of the day, they're getting contested, and they're making their shots, and I don't care who's on that court. If you're making your threes, you're making your threes, and it's a good sign. And also, obviously, it's easier to defend trash players, but the defense looked good, and I'm expecting defense to be maybe not as good as last year, but close to it, because it's a Thibs system.
Let me give my analysis on the defense. The Knicks let up a lot of open threes last year, and they got very lucky on the fact that teams shot below average on open threes when playing the Knicks. So that's something the Knicks can't really control, and I expect the team's three-point percentage on open threes to go back to the mean, and therefore the Knicks defense will be worse.
That's what people said in December of last year, just so you know.
I know. But
right.
I expect it.
When we were 11-11, and they were like, you know what, they look good, but they're wide open threes, it's going to come up, and the Knicks aren't going to be as... Look what happened. It didn't matter.
I expect everything goes back to the mean eventually. Just give it time.
But we got
big
better.
Big enough sample size.
Okay, so Zach doesn't believe in the Knicks as much.
I believe in the Knicks. I believe the Knicks will be a very solid team next year. They'll probably be a 6 or 7 seed. But I don't think they'll be able. I think the defense will decline slightly, and their offense will probably be about the same because now they have Kemba. Which I don't think Julius will put up the numbers.
You mean the offense will be about the same because we have Kemba?
About the same.
We added Kemba and Fournier compared to Bullock and
Yeah, but here's what happened.
Julius.
What
are you talking about?
Julius.
Don't even try. Even if Julius goes to averaging 24 points to 20 points, that's 4-point increase. The 4-point decrease. What do you think the increase is with Kemba and Fournier compared to Bullock?
Wait, let me speak.
No, you're done speaking.
No. Ready? So here's what's gonna happen. My guy named Julius Randle. He takes a lot of difficult shots. He relied on a lot of contested mid-range shots and
get to the point. What?
And the deep threes and the shots that early in his career he struggled with a lot. And I do believe that he improved on these shots, but I believe the degree is not as great as the percentages show, and that he'll go back down to earth a little bit this year.
To what? What's your guess? Let's put it on the camera right now. What's your guess? What's his 3-point percentage this year?
36%.
Okay, and then what's his field goal percentage?
His overall field goal percentage, yeah. I'm not sure what it was last year, but it depends on how many threes he shoots, and I can't .
All right, so 36%. That's his guess.
From 3, I'll give you 36% from 3.
All right, and that 4% decrease is going to be more of a negative than Peyton and the Bullock switch.
I love Reggie. I was a huge Reggie guy.
All right, so now we're done. Anyway, the Knicks look great.
Fournier can't really play defense.
Okay,
so
that has nothing to do with the offense. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the offense, but the Knicks look great. It's good to see. A little nervous that they were playing so much, but it is what it is. Rose looked good. Kemba looked great. Knees looked fine. At least for now.
I actually had an issue with Kemba at the end of the game. He didn't seem totally with it. The reporter asked him a question. He had to repeat the question to himself.
That is true.
I think something.
I just think he was very happy because he had like 2 air balls in the first
quarter.
I'm worried about him. He had 2 air balls in the first quarter. No, he had 2
mental lapse at the end of the game.
Yeah, but he had 2 air balls in the first quarter. He was just cheesing. He was just loving it. So it's good to have Kemba, back in New York. Randall looked good. RJ looked good. Those two did take a big jump last year, and so obviously it's not 100% that they'll maintain that or even increase it. But it's good to see that as of now, it still looks like that they were the same players, or even look better than they were last year. But yeah, and Taj Gibson,
You know,
I don't care if that man is 36 years old. That man was great for us last year. That man was beautiful today. I love him. I'd give him a big kiss on that bald head.
yeah, Taj
But,
Gibson, the boy. I expect a little bit of progression with RJ as he's a young player and there's no more for him to prove each season. But for someone like I said, Julius Randle, who's a seasoned vet, I don't expect that kind of a progression per se.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's all we got. So, peace out. And Zach's wrong because we didn't even have Mitchell Robinson, our defensive anchor, last year. Peace.